Hello and thank you so much for joining me. My name's Gill O'Donnell and I'm thrilled to be one of the docrafts brand ambassadors. Today I'm going to show you how to make this absolutely beautiful paper folded rose. It looks absolutely stunning, but it's actually very, very simple to do. We need to start with 4 pieces of paper. As long as it's square, it doesn't matter what size you use at all. I've actually used here 10 centimetres square. We start off using our Xcut paper creaser. These come in sets of 4 and you get different shapes in there as well, so you're going to find one perfect for every job you do. First thing I'm going to do is fold this paper square into a rectangle. Open it, fold it again. An easy way to fold is find the centre and literally just go either side with your paper creaser. Open it again, and this time I'm going to fold diagonally. Find the centre, either side with the paper creaser. And then finally, open it again, find the centre and either side with the paper creaser. You're going to do that with each of the 4 pieces of paper. When you open it up, you'll see there are sort of 4 actual triangles, bigger triangles, lots of shapes on there, but these are the 4 actual triangles. And what we're going to do now is called a squash fold. Squash fold is a really important fold to have for paper folding. So to find a squash fold, you just get your first triangle, pinch the 2 edges and push the back in behind and then use your paper creaser to smooth that all down. Now because this paper, it's Paper Mania coloured paper pack, it's a beautiful 160 GSM, it's quite thick, so it makes into a really solid rose, which is wonderful. So I've made myself a template. Instead of folding it into quarters, I'm actually going to cut it folded into a triangle like this. And I've made myself a template that looks a bit like a heart. You place your template onto your paper and then just draw around it. You can see there I've done the little crinkly edges. That's to give the effect of the rose petals. If you would rather just have a smooth rose, then of course you can do that as well. Then just going to cut this out, my trusty scissors. I love these scissors, they're such a lovely size. These Xcut non-stick scissors as well. Cut this out, like so. And then when you open it up, you will find you have a lovely rose shape. Now, in true style, here's what I prepared earlier, and I've got 4 of them ready done. Now the next thing we need to do is to take some sections out of these. The first one, we're going to take 1 section out. The second one, we're going to take 2 sections out. The third one, we're going to take 3 sections out. I'm going to leave you to guess how many we take out the 4th one. So 3 sections out the 3rd, and yes, you've got it. 4 sections out the 4th one. We're only actually going to use half of these, but it's quite handy to have this ready done. Then if you need to remake it, or you have to redo any of the pieces, you're able to do that. So here we have now 7 sections in varying sizes. And what we will do, I'm going to use some Anita's tacky glue, and we're going to fold these in to a circle like this. Now, the important thing with this, it's 2 coloured paper, it's white on the one side, yellow on the other, and it's rather nice to get the contrast. But we're going to make this with the colour on the inside. So I'm just going to pop some Anita's glue on here. Press that together, and I'm going to do that with each of the pieces. It's very straightforward for the bigger ones, but for the 1 and the 2, it's a little bit more difficult. But I'm sure you'll be able to do it. These are absolutely beautiful. I've actually seen them made into a bridal bouquet, and that looked stunning. They did them in shades of white and pink, and they looked absolutely beautiful. Then for the last 2, we have got a heart shape for the 2, which is actually the same as our template. I'm just going to put the glue down the one side. Smooth that out with my finger. And then just wrap that over slightly. You can give it a bend around a pencil or something like that if you'd like to. An ice cream shape at the moment. Why do I always think of food when I have to describe a spare shape? And then the last one is the single one. And I think it's probably an idea, maybe use a pencil, give that a bit of a bend round before you put the glue on this one. It will just make it a touch easier for you. And then that is our 7 pieces ready done. Now what we're going to do next is just snip the very bottom off them. It makes it easier for assembling them, and it also gives you a chance to alter the length and the size of them if you wish to do so. So the first one will be completely dry by now. So I'm just going to have a little snip away. Try not to hit anybody with your bits and pieces as you're doing that as well. Somebody's trying to sit and watch the television and you've suddenly hit them in the face with a bit of a rose. They might not be overly impressed. It does work well. Once you've snipped all the ends off, it's time to assemble the rose. Start with the 2 largest pieces, and I find the easiest way to do it is to put the Anita's tacky glue around the edge of the next largest piece, and then just simply place it in there and hold it in place. It's quite nice not to have them lined up exactly, but just have them slightly off centre just a little bit. So just give that a couple of seconds. Then you want your next largest piece and you repeat the process, which is putting a little bit of glue around the outside. And then again, slightly off centre, just to make them look more realistic, which I think is something I'm very proud of when I do something and I make it look realistic. I'm sure you're the same. And then that one in there. Now I'm going to pop these 2 together before I put them into the rose. And let's pop because I might be snipping this. This is the reason I'm doing this one. This is the one that sometimes needs a snip. So we can see how they look together first of all. And then I can try them in the rose. Now the other thing I can do here, you can see I haven't turned the edges back on this one or on this one. Those are both very pretty, simple, lovely, clean, fresh roses. Whereas the pink one, I have turned the edges back on, so you can go for the look that you like. So to show you how to turn the edges back, you just take something like a cocktail stick and just roll them back like this. You can see it does make quite a lovely effect. And you'd go all the way round. So you can see the effect and how to do it. Now you might want to add some leaves. I've got here, this is the Xcut Dinky Die, and it's leaf. It's so cute. And I've cut a couple of leaves that look actually very much like rose leaves. And you can have those. You can paint up a cocktail stick like this and have that as your rose stem if you'd like to. That would just go in the bottom. And you could put your leaves on either side like this. So there we have easy paper folded roses using squares of paper, any size you like. As a reminder, I've used 10 centimetres square here. I hope you have real fun making them, and I'd love to see what you've done with them. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.